Hey guys, today's going to be the first in a series of Slayer guides. I'm going to run through my Slayer tasks, show you the quickest way to kill the monsters and how to get the best EXP per hour. Today's task is Black Demons, and I am currently south of Tavalry at the dungeon entrance. If you don't know how to get here, I'll just whip up the world map. From Falador West Bank, you take the shortcut, run west, and then north to the dungeon entrance. Once you reach the dungeon entrance, there's a series of stairs. Hop down the stairs. And at this point, you're going to need either 70 agility or a dusty key to make your way around. I recommend getting 70 agility. You can just hop through here. If not, maybe look at killing them in the chaos tunnels because it'll just save you a lot of time. But 70 agility is pretty easy these days. You want to hop through this pipe here. Don't worry about the blue dragons because they're non-aggressive. I always like to come this way rather than the poison spiders just because it gives you a little bit more time to prepare. So while I am by here, I'll run through my inventory. I've got my herbicide. Just to give you an insight into my herbicide, when you inspect it, it will show you that I crush all herbs except for dwarfweed and lanterdine, just because the others aren't really worth the money. Torstal is, but I just really want the XP. That's a great reward from Dungeoneer, it's definitely worth it. Another reward is the Charming Imp, which will automatically pick up my charms for me, which is a lifesaver. I've got my gemstone, quick teleports, I've got urns, which are essential while you're here, because you cannot bring the urns if you don't need the prayer XP, but it's great prayer XP to miss out on. I've got some prayers just for healing, I've got my extreme magic, extreme defense, I've brought a unicorn, which I will use to heal. If you set this left click to heal and Gora, it'll save you a lot of time. I've also got my runes and just some sharks just in case. My ability bar I've got set up. I've got Rack, Dragon Breath, Chain, which are the AoE abilities. I've got Combust, Wild Magic, Impact, Asphyxiate, Omnipower, and Tsunami. You can swap that for Metamorphosis, but I don't really like Metamorphosis. I'd much rather have a high ability that really spank the monsters. Just to quickly show you guys my gear setup, I've got the full Slayer helmet, which is a regular Slayer helmet with a hex crest and focus sight on, which are definitely worth buying. I've got a skill cape. You can use Godware's cape, but I just generally use this for all purposes. Same as a Fury amulet. You can buy the Murmur, Whisper, or Hiss for certain tasks, but it only adds 0.2% onto your crit, so I just generally use a Fury for all, especially if you can't afford it. It's a lot cheaper option. Weapon, I'm using the Wand of Treachery just because it's, again, more affordable. I've got my Griffolic Orb, just because that's a cheaper option than the Aaron's Book. I've got my sub, top and bottoms, and then I've got the Gano gloves, and I've actually just upgraded to Rage Fire boots, which are really good. And I've got a Seer's Ring. Just really buy the gear that you can most afford, guys. Don't go over the top. If you can't afford it, don't bankrupt yourself trying to buy Slayer gear, unless you can use it for bossing or something along them lines. Just get the best gear you can. Weapon-wise, I would recommend using 2 weapons, an offhand and a main hand weapon, just because it's a lot quicker and I think it just works out better than a chaotic staff or staff of light or something similar on these kind of tasks. Now you want to run west, and I'll just show you, I'll pot up here, extreme magic, extreme defense. While you're here, you want to look for it, try and get on the highest world population as you can. I'm on world 84, which is the LSC world. That's generally the highest most times, but world 2 can also be pretty good. And then you just want to start attacking the monsters. I've got my EXP counter on as well, so I'll show you the EXP. You want to try and use your chain abilities as much as possible. It can get pretty intense here with a lot of monsters attacking you at once, but it's also great XP. Just keep smashing that chain ability as soon as you can. That's probably the most powerful ability here in terms of getting damage on. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it. After recording myself for a while, I worked out that the Slayer XP is over 140k an hour and the magic is over 300k an hour. You could get more XP than me if you use better gear, of course. So if you want to see more guides like this, please subscribe and I'll make my way through the Slayer tasks. If there's anything in particular you want me to do, shout it out below and I'll get that online. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like and leave a comment as it really helps the channel grow. Peace.